Hello, Calgary Flames official forums. This is the first of hopefully a few pre-game topic videos. Instead of a wall of text and stats, we'll have a nice little discussion. Actually, this was Demonis' idea, and he brought me, Thumper17, in onto this, and so we'll give it over to him. I think we're talking about lines first?
We are definitely. We're going to look at tomorrow's nines. And we're going to start with the Flames lines.
Alrighty, and these are the projected lines, so we're not sure if it's going to be like 100%, right?
But they do look pretty good. They do look pretty good.
No. I guess as far as things go, unless Morrison comes back from injury.
Straight up.
Which could possibly happen, I don't know.
By tomorrow night, I don't think so.
Probably, but unlikely.
Very, very unlikely. Alright, so we're looking at the top line of Tanguay.
Yeah, Tanguay, Moss, and Aginla, yep.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind Moss on the top line. I remember when he played that a few seasons ago, and it did all right. I mean, he stands in front of the net and lets them do their thing, right?
Yeah, he's serviceable.
And he doesn't bother me in that general regard.
See, the thing is, we desperately need a #1 centerman, but we'll leave that for another video. I think as
for hours about how much we need a #1 centerman.
Yes, that'll be a whole episode on its own. Our need for a #1 center.
If you read the forums, we've argued for hours about how we need a #1 centerman.
Yeah, but no, it looks like a solid line as lines go, and it's a shame all the Jokinen just doesn't gel with Aginla, but I guess unless we want to put Horak there's not much else we can do on the first line, and now people are going to argue for, well, Matt Stajan, they're not naming names, Matt Stajan should be on the first line, and we should blah blah blah, and he should be showcased, and we should trade him, and blah blah blah, and it's like, no, Stajan just isn't good enough.
Well, what disappoints me though about breaking putting Moss on the first line is that we're breaking up the OMG line.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, you got the next line is you know Jokinen and Stepniak, and I mean this is better than nothing.
Yeah.
I mean Stepniak and Moss are similar players.
How did Stepniak do in the preseason?
He did all right.
He did all right? Yeah, because I looked at his stats, and he seemed like an all right kind of, you know.
Some games he looked like he wasn't there, and some games he looked like he looks like a third liner.
Well, he's probably having a dream, like, I'm not in Phoenix? They're not going to talk about... Oh my god, I can't believe it.
What? I'm not in Toronto?
Yeah. Holy crap, I'm just waiting to wake up one of these days. And then the, say, Tanguay, Moss, and Aginla, that's pretty much what we expect for the first line, except for... I can't wait till Backlund gets a shot. I think he's probably what we're going to go with, unless we can pick someone up soon.
They were going to put him there until he got injured. I mean,
I don't understand why they wouldn't try to put him there.
Remember that apparently Stajan got hurt in practice, and apparently Backlund got hurt in practice, and apparently Stajan's the one who injured him? Someone told me that the other day, and I was just like, what's with the conspiracy theories?
Oh, it might have been, like, he got hurt in practice. Maybe he took a pass from Stajan. Funny, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, and then Glencross, Jokinen, and Stempniak is all right. I'm puzzled by why Rene Bourque is on the third line, though.
Well, because Jokinen's on the second line, and they don't play Bourque and Jokinen.
They don't? Oh, okay.
No.
Strange.
Jokinen plays with Glencross, and they don't play Glencross and Bourque together either.
And Bourque can play either wing, right?
Right, but he prefers right wing.
Okay.
So, but I mean, and then you know, if you put him with Hagman, you know, they have him with Hagman and Horak, and that's fine by me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Horak. I'm excited to see how Horak does. He looked okay in the preseason.
But I mean, I'm expecting the same thing as everybody else, is that he'll go down the moment Morrison and Backlund get back. But that's for sure. But I mean, he has earned the right to. I think
if he outplays Stajan, which I mean, with the minutes third and fourth line skit, I'm sure there's not going to be too big of a difference between them. But if he does measurably outplay Stajan when they're on the ice, and you look at them side by side, and Horak is just measurably better, they should put Stajan in the Heat. I don't care how much he's making. The best team needs to be iced.
Yeah, and then look at the logjam we have down at the Heat.
Yeah.
Where do you Stajan?
Well, I'm sure Stajan is a little better than our fourth liner in the Heat.
Yeah, but Oh, dude, that's cruel.
I'm just saying, like, fourth liner on the farm team, he's got to be better. Stagehand has got to be better than that.
King of staging, he's on the fourth line with Kostopoulos and Jackman.
Kent Stoplis and Jackman,
Which,
yeah.
which is great. I mean,
Well,
because Jackman and Costa will do all the work,
yeah,
and
and you got to put him next to the superheroes, that's for sure. And Hagman should hopefully be doing okay this year. Apparently, he was good in the preseason.
he's playing for a job.
Yep.
That's and I mean, if
I
he
would
wants
resign
a
him.
job,
I would resign him for like $1 million maybe.
that's what was bothering me, and this is the argument I made earlier. Is just stay, and they're like, why isn't Hagman sitting? Hagman sucks. And I'm like, well, Hagman played the whole preseason like he wanted a job. I mean, he didn't pass a lot, but he went out there and he was like, hey guys, I really want to play, and then everyone was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
He went out there like, I don't care.
Well,
Oh, okay, great, Matt. Thanks. Round.
don't we have another center? I keep thinking we have one more center kicking around that should be in the NHL.
We
I
have
don't
two
know.
of them that are injured. Yeah.
Yeah, those two. I'm thinking of someone else. Anyway, moving on to defense. Gio and Hanan. That's an interesting pair.
Yeah, I mean they contemplated. It's like, remember when we had Giordano and Sarge together?
Yeah.
Same thing, except Hannon's better than Sarge.
True. Speaking of Sarge, he's on the bottom pairing with Babchuk. That should be up. That's a nasty line. I would not want to be on the ice with that line. Ooh.
Do I want to get hip checked by Babchuk, or do I want to eat Sarge's shoulder?
Or do I want to stand in front of Babchuk's shot? Ugh.
Ugh.
And then in the second line is newcomer Chris Butler and Jabo. Oh,
I'll do it.
that should be all right. Yeah.
J-Bo's a nice stabilizer.
Yeah. That's
And then, of
interesting.
course, we're starting Kipper.
I really think we should not have done that.
No? Why not?
We should. I think the first. I think four or five games we should have given to Carlson.
Why?
Because it's the beginning of the season. We can make it back.
Scare everyone and make them think Kipper's hurt, and then bring him back.
Yeah. Anyway.
Shock everyone.
Well, I mean, yeah. I guess maybe they can play him the first game, and then he definitely needs to not play as many games this year.
Well, no, he's going. Feaster was saying he's down to 60. That's great.
What's his name? Tim Thomas played 56. So.
Yeah, but Tim Thomas. I mean, they have Rask. We don't have Rask. I'm not saying Carlson sucks, but I'm saying he's not Rask.
True.
Kind of like Quick and Bernier. You know what I mean? Like if it's
Yeah.
Schneider and Longo.
Moving on to the Penguins, Steve Sullivan, Evgeny Malkin, and James Neal on the first line.
I for one think Cook should be on the first line instead of Sullivan, because Matt Cook's awesome apparently.
Well, he's just getting his 2 goals out of the way,
For the whole year.
Yeah. That's an aberration. We're gonna pretend that doesn't happen. He'll probably try to kill someone in the Edmonton game and
Probably.
then get suspended and
like 20 games.
yeah,
Probably.
and he'll be back to his old self.
So no Crosby.
No Crosby, which is a shame.
So all we really have to watch out for is just the rest of the Pittsburgh team. I mean,
Yeah, Chris Kunitz, Jordan Stahl, and Tyler Kennedy on the second line, which is a pretty solid second line. I am weeping at how good their centers are.
Oh, well, I mean, maybe even better with Crosby there.
Yeah, with Crosby, they have 3 arguably, like a lot of people for some reason don't feel Stahl. I feel Stahl personally. 3 first-line caliber centers with Crosby in the lineup. And we're over here with Jokinen, kind of?
Jokinen could be a first-line player if he wasn't playing, near Ginla.
Yeah.
Jokinen is not bad, and his points are, in the technical first-line range.
Yeah, true.
I mean, some people are like, oh, what, 57 points? That's second line. I'm like,
That's madness.
how many 57-point centers do you know that, what? Where, what? Not everyone's like Ribeiro and on the second line with 70 points. This stuff doesn't happen everywhere.
See, the other thing is, Evgeny Malkin is coming back off of a knee injury too, so maybe he's not. Maybe
He looked all right in the last game. I'll give you that when he played the.
Yeah, he looks all right. I'm just saying maybe his knee's still a little wonky. I don't know.
we'll give you my review of the Canucks versus the Penguins a little later.
Yeah.
Speaking of Matt Cook, he's on the third line with Letestu and Dupuis.
Yeah, it's all right. I don't know. I guess because Matt Cook scored 2 goals, he gets the push up from the fourth line. But
he was on the third line though, because I mean the fourth line consists of Adams, Vitali, and Asham. So
yeah, true.
Cook is better than those players.
Yeah, Cook is better, I guess. Not really much. I don't know half the names on the the third line there. I've heard Asham's name before. No one else though.
Asham's
And didn't Pascal Dupuis, didn't he play in Montreal, I think, for a little while? Minnesota. He played in Minnesota. Okay, I knew I heard him somewhere else. And then on defense, their defense is measurably weaker than their offense. I don't know why.
You see it. You got Letang and Engelland. Sorry,
Yeah.
Engelland. I mean, is young and upstart. He's okay. I mean, he's not. I'm not gonna say he's the weakest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But I mean, he does his job well. You know, Martin and McCulloch tend to do all right together unless they're brain farting like last night.
Yeah.
And I mean, Niskanen and Lovejoy, that's pretty decent to have as a bottom pairing. I mean, our defense looks better.
Well, geez, you got Lovejoy. He's just going to pray to God, and the puck will just completely veer away from the net, right?
I mean, I said our defense has less big names, but we do. I would say, you know, ours edges theirs. Just like their offense obviously punches our offense in the face.
I can't help but thinking is there a defenseman hurt for them? Maybe. No. It looks like there might not. It looks like there's a defenseman that's missing.
I'm not too sure. We'd have to look at that in the injury report.
Well, I'm looking on my info here, and it says Crosby is the only one out.
Oh well, I guess that's what they rolled with this year.
And
yeah, you're probably thinking Goligoski. He got remember?
He got traded.
Yes, in the James Neal trade.
That was in the James Neal trade. Okay.
All right.
All right. Well,
they're starting Fleury.
Yeah, and they're starting Fleury. Fleury's actually pretty solid. Apparently, everyone's calling the Penguins, if everyone stays healthy, and Crosby comes back. They're calling the Penguins as the Cup favorite next to Washington in the East.
I mean, I understand, but I don't understand. I mean, we don't know how long Crosby's going to be out. I mean, and they barely beat the Canucks.
Yeah.
But then again, they barely beat the Canucks. I mean, that's a challenge in itself. We don't obviously beat the Canucks all the time. No one hate on me for that comment. I would love to beat the Canucks every game, but it doesn't happen. Yeah, right. But I mean, no, they are a good team. But do I see them beating Washington? Maybe.
Yeah, every time I look at Pittsburgh, it's a good team, but something about that team. Like, I'm looking at this team, and I'm putting Crosby in there, and I'm looking at this team, and I'm like, this team just doesn't look good enough to quite go all the way. And I know they had a butt ton of points without any of those three for most of the season, and they had a butt ton of points. And with those three, they're going to be really good. But at the same time, it's like, how hard is it going to be to shut down Crosby or Malkin or Stahl when they're on the ice?
One thing I noticed is they don't have veterans like they used to. Remember when they went to the Cup, they had Bill Guerin and guys like that?
Guerin, that's who's missing. What happened to him?
He retired, dude.
He retired? Really?
Yes.
Huh.
He got old.
He got old. Okay.
Remember when they won the Cup? They had Orpik. They had guys like that. Speaking of which, that's who's missing. Orpik. Where is he? He must be injured.
I don't see him injured here. Maybe
That's who you forget. That's right. Brooks Orpik is missing from this list.
Yeah, someone didn't look like and
because I always remember Scuderi too, but Scuderi left a while ago. I mean, they just don't have the veterans that they had, in those years, right? I'm not gonna say they don't have Cup winners because obviously they're still Cup winners here from the last year they won, but they don't have those old guys who were there, like Boston had with Recchi.
Yeah.
Or that Chicago had with Joel Quenneville, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a good game, definitely. It's just going to be the first two lines, the Flames' first two lines are going to just have to hold even with the Penguins lines, and then it's gonna really kind of be down to our third and fourth lines to outwork their third and fourth lines. They're gonna have to win the game for us because I don't know if, well, I mean, the first line might be able to get away from the Pittsburgh's first line because Tonga and Ginla are both pretty solid. They both can get open pretty easy, but I don't you know it.
Yes. Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But yes, so we'll move on to the team leaders. Obviously our team does not have some.
Oh, actually, wait a second. Apparently, the burning question for Pittsburgh is: can Pittsburgh's big three, Crosby, Malkin, and Jordan Staal, all be healthy enough at some point to be in the lineup at the same time?
Wow.
I think so. I think so.
Probably down the stretch, probably.
Oh, and of note, they actually still have $1.2 million worth of cap space, so they can probably sign some minimum wage fourth liner plug if they need to, and they'd still be good to go.
They're good. They're good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, and the Flames' burning question is: can the Flames play like it's like the latter end of the season for the full season, or was that just another tease to a disappointing NHL campaign? Ugh. And we actually have $3.6 million worth of cap space currently.
Yeah, how many?
3.6 million.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Interesting.
But yes, so then the team leaders for Pittsburgh after their game versus the obviously awesome Vancouver Canucks. Yeah. Gotta love the Canucks. Wow, I think I died on the inside trying to make them sound good.
Yeah. That's why I kind of went quiet. Like I'm gonna let him dig his own grave.
You know, because on those talk shows on the TV, they make everyone sound fun except for the Flames. Obviously, that's what we got to go for here. You ever notice that they just always hate us and just like,
and whenever they show highlights on SportsCenter, it always seems like the guys are scoring on the Flames.
Yeah, that's true. I've noticed that. Here's our top 10 Toronto Maple Leafs goals. And you're like, why are 6 of them on us? I can name you 500 better goals. Stop talking about Toronto.
Nice.
Yeah, so Matt Cook is leading the Penguins in goals with 2 goals. Speaking of which, did you see that epic dangle?
I was kind of in the dentist chair when that was happening, so no, I missed it.
He basically dipsy dangles and then shoots through one of the Nucks' defenseman's legs, and it just beats Luongo solidly. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
I watched that and I was just like, all right. So for every goal he gets this year, he's going to get like a game in suspension. I bet you guys that now.
Yeah.
And in the shootout especially, but we'll get to that. Letang is their leader in assists. What else do we got here? A couple of them, leading in plus minuses. The worst plus minus on the team right now is Zbigniew McCulloch, who's a -3, which means he was on there for every Canucks goal, which is pretty bad.
Yeah, not exactly the best.
But see, then when you look at their defense, Letang played 27 minutes. That's pretty huge.
Every 27 minutes? Wow.
Yep. And his partner apparently played 16. Interesting.
That's strange, but okay.
Yes, it is.
So, well, let's talk about what if this goes to a shootout? Who do you think is going to be the shootout lineup?
Well, for them it was Letang, Malkin, no one else because Vancouver didn't score. So I would assume that they were going to put Neil in there. Staal, probably Staal. Staal or Neil?
Staal or Neil? Neil or Staal?
Well,
according to the paper, yeah. Malkin, Letang, and they said Crosby would have been, but I don't know why they put him because he's out. No, he's just going to they're just going to dress him for the shootout. They can do that, right? The Flames apparently are Tonga, Jokinen, and Bork.
Yes, we usually roll with that. I wish Ginla was better at that stuff.
Yeah. It's a shame. Every once in a while he gets one, but it's not near
Or
enough.
Hagman. I mean, I'd be up for putting Hagman there, but he seems to choke.
Yeah.
So that's the general problem with putting Hagman there.
Sometimes it's like, can we just put a stick in Kipper's hands and let him go take the shoot? Take the shot? Like,
So in terms of how Pittsburgh played their last game, they had good periods. They came out and took the lead. I mean, they lost it, so they collapsed a little there. Like I said, especially on McCulloch. If we're going to score on goals, I think we're going to have to score them on McCulloch and Martin. Because they were awful. Like, McCulloch at one point just basically, he's coming sideways. He tries to swipe for the puck and basically just, like, flat out lands into the board and lets them get a 2-on-1. It was terrible. But, I mean, they came back and it was all right.
yeah, turn off.
And come overtime, everyone looked disoriented, and it was pretty bad. And then come the shootout, it was just like Letang comes in and just no, it was I think Vancouver shot first.
I didn't see the game. I was in a dentist chair.
Oh, just exactly. It was Vancouver failed. Letang came in and just dangled Luongo like he wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Vancouver comes. Samuelson, I believe, came out. Or Samuelson was first. He shot failed. I don't remember who came out second, but they also sucked.
Oh yeah. Oh no. When I came out of the dentist, I saw the starting. I saw that it was starting, and then we had to go home, and we took like an hour to get home because of traffic and stuff. So
Right.
we missed most of it.
That's all right. You didn't miss much.
Yeah. I did see at the beginning of the game when they I don't know who it was that dropped the puck for the ceremonial faceoff. He shook the Vancouver guy's hand. He looked in the Vancouver player's hand eyes, and he's said something to him. And then he went to shake the Penguins guy's hand, and he didn't even look at the Penguins guy and just gave him like a half shake. And I was like, oh, that's cold.
Yeah, dude, but they all do that.
Yeah.
I'm saying the only reason I watch it was to scout the Penguins, obviously. And I mean, like I said, if we go to a shootout, it'll be hell. But other than that, they look beatable.
Obviously, everyone's.
Like, I remember, some years ago where Pittsburgh was just fucking godly. And how can we beat Pittsburgh?
Mm-hmm.
The Penguins are in town. Fucking burn all the, hit the panic switch. We're all done. But I mean, no, they look definitely like I would not be afraid of this team. But I say that about most teams. So, and if we lose, we'll lose in a tight game. If we go out and lose out badly, everybody hit the panic button. That usually.
Yeah, that's definitely. It's definitely gonna be close. If they're playing like the end of last season, we're getting a playoff spot, no question.
So I believe the keys to the game this coming Saturday, tomorrow. Because we did this the day before, just before you guys are wondering, we're talking about tomorrow. And nobody, listen to this and be like, oh, what? The game's tomorrow, and then get mad at us because it was not tomorrow, it was today.
We'll make sure to put in big letters, game today, right above this video.
Game day thread.
Mm-hmm.
But no, definitely, I think the keys to this game are taking advantage of the McCulloch-Martin pairing. You have to get out there, and you have to be physical.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially to guys like Matt Cook, because if you surrender early to Matt Cook's going to go out there and get.
I think I don't even know if we're gonna even have Iginla on the ice when Matt Cook is on the ice. I don't even think that's gonna be a possibility.
Yeah, exactly. Some people are like, Matt Cook will get suspended anyway, but that means he'll have to do something dirty, which will mean injury to us.
I think we're gonna nice and easily just slide out Corey Sarich whenever Matt Cook takes the stage. We're just gonna throw Sarich out there and let him deal.
Throw Jackman out there.
Yeah, Jackman and throw the fourth line: Kostopoulos, Stajan, and Jackman, and Sarich and Babchuk whenever Cook gets out.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
throw out the thugs.
Throw out all our thugs.
Yeah.
That is, and we need to have a strong season from Kipper.
Yeah, Kipper needs to give us a good at least, if he's getting 60 starts, we're gonna need at least 45 wins from him.
Okay, let's calm down here. It's that would mean 15 losses.
He can't win every game he starts.
But I'm saying if you're seeing 60 appearances from Kipper, I'll take anywhere from 35 to 40. if it means that Carlson's winning 10 games that year.
True.
Which is not, we have the team to do it. I mean, I know it looks weak, but you got to remember that there's chemistry here, and we did win last season. And this is pretty much the team, except you take away a slower Regier and add in a faster Hannon. And Hagman's fighting for, a lot of guys are fighting for jobs. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Moss is
fighting for jobs makes for a better season. That's for sure.
Jokinen, Moss, Hagman, they're all fighting for jobs. So that adds to it. Backlund wants to. I mean, I've been reading Twitter for Backlund. The guy obviously wants to get out there.
Oh yeah, he says he feels like crap.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, when you come back, you just lead the league there, buddy.
I really hope they give him, when he comes back, they give him some games on the top line.
No, they will. No. I mean, Butter and Easter were both talking about how they have to put him up there.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Develop into the first line center we need. That's great, but after that, develop fast enough into what we need, as fast as we need it, which is probably within the next 5 seasons for Iginla's sake.
Sorry, that's loud.
Yeah, no. It looks like Stahl and Stastny are our best chances, and Stahl is FA in 2013 and Stastny in 2014 or 2015.
Well, we'll see.
So we can sign them or go for a trade and probably get a rental from them at the deadline, maybe. I don't know.
Exactly, but no, definitely, like I said, that's basically it. And really, that's all we can look forward to. We play our game, we get out there, we do what we gotta do. We take advantage of their weakness, and we have Kipper play great. It's a win. If we get out there and crap the bed like we normally do, it's not.
Yeah.
Did we win in the season? No, we got our asses handed to us in the season opener last year by the team that ended 15th. 30th in the league, you know what I mean?
What team was that?
Oh, the Coilers.
Oh, okay.
Remember that was Eberle's amazing goal?
Yeah.
Thanks to Mr. Ian White, basically.
No, I think that was the or was that a preseason game where it was like all these big, like they were touting their big like Taylor Hall and all them big guys and Pajarvi and stuff, and I think it was McIntyre that ends up chipping in their one goal. I think that was preseason, but yeah, that was pretty funny.
No, but I know, like I said, Eberle scored that goal, and everyone had a orgasm over it. And I was just like, it's basically because Ian White for some reason laid down.
Oh yeah, without Ian White, that was our entire problem at the beginning of the season was Ian White.
You put Regier there, and he would have been punched in the face.
Yep.
I would love to see some suggestions and comments. And if people want to see it be shorter, if people want to see it longer. Things we could do on the show. I mean, we'll do these. As,
give us suggestions maybe. We're probably going to do a big after Demonis gets back from a trip. We're probably going to do a big old season preview episode for everybody.
A late season preview.
Yeah. So it's good to give it a week so we can actually see how teams perform instead of just applying like derp. They have good players, and maybe they don't gel.
Lost 3 straight games. Oh well. No one shunned my credibility.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm trying to think here.
No, dude. I think we're good.
I think yeah. Nothing else.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Well, I think once I figure out once all the rosters even out and everyone and Abbotsford figures out who's sent down to the Grizzlies in the ECHL, I'll probably give some updates on our ECHL guys in this podcast because who else is going to? And
fucking no one.
I know, right? Well, somebody's gotta. I still care. No,
ECHL team? What?
Yeah, ECHL. Wheeling Nailers, living the dream. And
I heard about the ECHL. I had to Google that because I had no idea what it fucking was.
Yeah, it's like the AHL's farm teams. Except some of those guys on those teams aren't under contract. Actually, I don't know if he's still on the team, but Alex Tonge's brother, Maxime Tonge, was on the Grizzlies.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't
I never
know
saw that.
why he's not under contract because he's Tongay's brother. I guess he's not that good.
Also, this segment that I love to call Tim Erickson Watch.
We'll get some music queued up.
All I will do is sit here and bash Tim Erickson for several minutes.
Yes.
By the way, Los Angeles beat the Rangers 3-2.
Oh. And what was Tim Erickson's plus minus?
Erickson was even.
Oh.
And he got 2 penalty minutes, so I figure that, his
Erickson cried for his daddy, and they gave him an unsportsmanlike.
There you go. Yes, no, the first star was Kopitar, who got 2 points. Good for Kopitar.
I don't mind Kopitar.
Oh, and Jack Johnson also scored. I have
Richard. How did Richards do?
Richards. He had an assist.
Do you mean he didn't fall down and shatter his hip? Fuck.
Neither did Gabrick. Gabrick actually scored.
Nice.
Oh God.
No, I'm so bitter about Richards. I really don't understand why he went to New York.
We all are.
Some delusional friggin' guy actually called the Rangers to go to the final. I'm not sure if he said they'd win, but they went to the final.
Anyway, I strongly believe Mark Giordano's our best defenseman.
I don't like. He's good. He's a good solid defenseman. I'm just not quite understanding how 35 assists. Never mind, he is the second coming. All right, go Gio. I didn't notice he had that many assists. Holy crap!
It was a career high. Yeah.
Jeez. All right, let's go Gio.
Right now we're doing the 500 goals watch.
Oh yeah, he's how many goals away?
So these are the questions you can predict. Question answer on our Tim Erickson watch. How many games do you see Tim Erickson playing this year?
Mm-hmm.
For the Jerome McGinley watch, which game do you see Iginla getting that 500th goal? And for the fight, who do you see fighting in this game? And if not, when will we see a fight and who will it be by? And if you want, you can go out and tell us what circumstance you think it is. If you think Matt Cook's going to go out and try to take a Iginla and then Sarge just jumps him from behind,
Mm-hmm. Me and you, let's do our own. Let's call the score and who's going to score. I'm thinking 4-3 for the Flames with Iginla getting 1, Horak getting 1. And Glencross, Hagman will get 1, and Glencross will get 1. There we go.
I call it 3-1.
And I guess Malkin, Stahl, and Neal will probably get the 3 for the Penguins. You're calling it 3-1 for who?
Hagman, for us, obviously. Iginla, Hagman, and Gio.
Iginla, Hagman, Gio, and on Penguins.
Malkin.
Okay, sounds fair. And I'm gonna. There's probably. I don't even know if there's gonna be a fight, but
Sarge, I'm going for Sarge.
I don't know if there's going to be a fight. Was there a fight at the game yesterday?
No, I don't think so.
No. I don't know if I'm going to call a fight. I don't think I'm going to call a fight. If I was calling a fight, it would definitely involve Matt Cook. He's the only one on that team I really see fighting. I think maybe Matt Cook is probably going to maybe get involved in a scrum or two. I don't think he's going to get into a fight per se, but if he does, it's probably Jackman, Kostopoulos, or Sarich that's going to fight him. These are the fighters. Maybe Iginla if Iginla's on the ice, but I don't see him being on the ice with Cook. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. You guys tell us what you're gonna call the score in the fight set. How many fights and who's fighting, and then I think that's it. That's all.
Yes.
And, we're gonna not be so meandering next time, and we're gonna try to work this into sections and how this goes, and we're gonna try to be a lot more like. A sports center that doesn't suck, I guess. I don't know.
Possibly.
Oh, and I guess where do you think the Flames will finish in the Western Conference this year? We should do that.
Where do I think the Flames are going to finish in the Western Conference?
And you watching at home can play too. Yes. Where do you figure, Timonis?
Sixth.
Sixth? Yeah. I'm thinking. Ooh, God. Our resident experts, Todd Salehoff, Sun Sports editor, says seventh. He's the most charitable. Eric Francis, everyone's favorite, is calling it 10th.
I love
Randy Sportak also calling it 10th.
Eric Francis is so right. I mean, what are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Eric
Obviously,
Francis is amazing. And then Steve McFarlane is calling it at 8th because.
great,
Okay,
great.
that's what he says. So, yeah, yeah. Ooh. Maybe, maybe we should do. Who's going to be the best player this year for the Flames, and who do you think is going to be the most disappointing player this year for the Flames?
This year, best player for the Flames, Gio.
Gio?
Yeah, he's going nowhere but up right now.
I'll agree on that one. Gio will probably do really well this year. And for worst,
Staging.
Stay by far. We're going on a little long, so we should probably start winding down here and tell us how many fights, who's fighting, the score, who's gonna score.
Help us, help you.
Help us help you. Give us some suggestions and what you think we should do, and we'll post these. Even if we're not gonna do a pregame post, we're still gonna post these every once in a while. And we're not gonna commit to a schedule because things change, but we're gonna try to post these every once in a while. And depends on if I get a job. If I get a job, I probably won't. Anyway, that's here neither here nor there.
This has been Demonist,
And this has been that there Thumper 17.
and enjoy the game.
Keep your heads down and your sticks up, kids.